Welcome to the NEP Research Labs. We're here on the second floor of Gwynn Hall. My name is Rebecca Welly. I'm the lab manager for Dr. Dillon. How about we go inside and see what we have in here. When you first walk in, it is kind of loud. We have a very large closet space for our -80 freezers. There's 5 freezers in here that each researcher can use to store their samples on a long-term basis. This is a shared wet lab space, and it kind of forms an L, so we've got it split into 2 sides. And if you come this way, on this side we do a lot of the processing for our human samples, whether that's blood, serum, or tissue. We've got several benches set up here for students to spread out and work at. There are a couple centrifuges to accommodate samples of any size or quantity. All 3 of them are refrigerated and they're open for use for everybody to use. We've got incubators available for any sort of assay you might need to do. Lots of storage space throughout the lab. We've got the 4-degree fridges. We've got a few -20 freezers over here that are also available for use for any researcher or staff member or student that needs to store samples while they're working on their research studies. Anybody can use these that are working in the lab. We've got a lot of bench space for students and staff to spread out on to use. We've also got a bench top for doing any reagent, making your reagents. You've got the pH meter, microwave. As you come this way, we've got the fume hoods for working with chemicals. And then we've also got a lot of bench space for doing any tissue collection or incubation. We've also got the Biorad V3 workflow system. We've got the imager down there. A lot of students find that easy to work with. We've also got a camera mounted on a microscope so you can process your histology samples if you're looking at cell counts or any sort of staining with antibodies. Again, lots of bench space to get set up on. In the corner down there, we've got our 2 Step 1 PCR machines. They're identical units, so it makes it easy for students to use and get through their sample processing faster, having 2 of the same type of units to work with. We've got another incubator in the corner there, bigger than what's on the other side. We also have multiple tissue homogenizers to use depending on what type of tissue you're working with. We've also got a sonicator that people can use if that's something that you need to use. We try to anticipate what any researcher might be needing to do. As you come this way, we do have a cell culture room. It's on the small side, but we do have 2 CO2 incubators in here. Right now we've got them turned off just because no one's doing cell culture at the moment. But they are fully functioning. We've also got a full hood that you can get set up in and get your workflow set up for cell culture. We've got plenty of supplies to be able to do your cell culture experiments as well. And that's kind of the NEP Research Lab overview. We've got lots of space and lots of amenities to get all of your experiments done.